This is epic.
He's
owning
he's
how
wild.
Shay. I don't.
Yeah, I'm wondering how,
owning
in
how?
what way, the foolishness.
Bro, he just put on a fucking rhetorical masterclass for you guys. Did you not hear that? Those are all like super witty comebacks. He slammed you, motherfucker.
What? That was wit?
That
Oh
is
my
Coming
god.
from the guy
That's
that,
absurd.
45 minutes ago was apologizing for all the time he spent in 2019, like getting nudes from women.
It's
Donald,
a wild world,
What?
people.
How does
It's a parallel
Donald,
universe.
you invited me here.
Wait, hold on. How does
I think
said about
that,
one
concrete
pool
should be kicked out of the
how does
validating
obviously
what he
a
said
troll
about nudes and validate his
speaking
opinion
lies,
about what's
or
happening
at least
now?
what seemed like
That
lies
seems
It
about
stupid as
demonstrates
shit.
his poor judgment.
Oh,
Donald, you
by
have lost control of the
admitting
room.
to some sort of like failure, that means he has poor judgment. Got it. Admitting to
Donald,
a failure
is your middle name
and
opinionated?
agreeing with my position
is your middle name
a
opinionated?
demonstration of having a poor
You're saying the same thing.
evaluation. Got it.
I'm getting a sense that you guys have some sense of disapproval of one another. I'm just getting a vibe.
Yeah, what made you think
No,
that,
no,
bro?
no. Well, here's the reason. I love talking to people with a different perspective because I learn. But when people saying the same
you
thing,
are a
hold on, Carl. When
systematic
people are
cunt.
saying the
You
same
are a
thing
cunt.
and then
You have
cursing,
cunt-like behavior going on,
it becomes
bro.
ridiculous.
Concrete,
And I'm
shut
not
up and
gonna
let him
fucking
speak.
let you stop. Why? Because you
See what
don't
I
know how
mean?
to fucking not.
There we go.
You have
This is a
strong
part of the
cunty
problem with concrete.
and I'm gonna fucking
Whether he
overtalk
says
you.
I'm
Concrete.
short, or whether he
Cunt.
says I'm a cunt,
You're
or
a
whether he says I'm
cunt, and you know you're a
overweight, or
cunt.
have never had sex,
You have
it
a
doesn't bother me.
cunty
It's just that life
disposition,
is so
and you have to be.
short. Bro, you're trolling. Can you just let other people communicate?
He's gone now.
Oh, thank you. Man.
Concrete clearly.
Yeah,
I mean,
so don't give out
exhibits
the energy
behavior.
if you don't want the energy coming back,
He's
you
back.
fucking dumbass.
Oh,
Do not put him
he's
in the
back.
audience again,
Okay,
please.
never mind.
Please stop moving him to the audience.
Thank
Oh,
you,
he
Dom.
should be in the audience because
No, this is what I
how
want.
do you have a
Truth,
conversation to get to different points if one person... Yo,
Listen,
what's up?
truth. Listen to me. This is what I want.
Yes, remember, he said he's recording Christians acting badly. So he also is going to record you.
Got you. Okay.
He's going to also be recording you over talking incessantly, and he's also going to be recording you crying like a bitch when people treat you like kind.
If that makes you feel good, Concrete, okay. What else is on your mind, Concrete, that your mother hasn't allowed you to say?
Anyone here recently accept Jesus Christ as their personal Lord and Savior?
Oh, fuck off.
I did.
Answer to no.
I accept him daily just so I can reject him like minutes later. It makes me
Yeah.
feel really good. Yeah.
I know God tends to stay on the minds of atheists even though he doesn't exist, apparently. I know that's a common trait.
So does Spider-Man and Superman.
God is like, when dad he went out for milk and cigarettes and never came back, to an atheist, that is.
For me, God is
You
like
say so.
leprechauns and unicorns and fairies. It's like, oh, some more shit that no one ever, it's fairy tales, right?
Yeah, it's all fiction. It's just
I like your reverb, Luca.
Right on.
You sound like God now, bro.
Luca, why do you think God is a fairy tale?
He doesn't.
There's the same amount of evidence for God as leprechauns.
Unicorns.
Evidence for God?
There's actually more evidence for unicorns because they're in the
there's
Bible
more
too.
evidence for leprechauns and unicorns.
Yeah, but like what would constitute evidence for God? What exactly?
Any compelling argument. Dude, I've been down this, right? Do you want empirical evidence for God? No, I just want good
you
reasons.
Want a compelling argument for God?
Yeah.
So so when it comes to like, okay, Earth is suitable for life, the solar system suitable for life, gravitational forces, nuclear force, electromagnetic force, all the four fundamental forces, right? Suitable for life. You change a few constants, there'd be no life in the universe. Things like that. All of those. Let me finish.
No,
Let me
stop
finish
right
the
there.
sentence.
Right there. Hang on. Right there. So
Oh
there's
my God.
a huge range of of states that those fundamental forces can be in, and life could still exist as we know it. It's gigantic. I have a graph.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Oh my God.
Because
Okay.
they've made a graph. Science made a graph.
But actually,
Oh, go ahead, show us.
Donald.
I just said I don't have it on there right now.
Donald. Here's the thing, right? You could call the numbers between 0 and a trillion a huge range, right? But when you consider but when you consider that quote unquote huge range and the vast distance that is all of the real numbers, it's actually infinitesimal. So
Is this an argument from
Modern
ignorance?
science
Is
and
this
math
like
to
how did
defend
we get
ancient
here?
origins.
You wanna speak,
Interesting.
But hold up. That's not even relevant to the point that I'm trying to make, right? So my point is this. I'm asking Luca, do you think that all of those things are just a matter of probability?
To me, it seems to be the case. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that the universe as we see it today occurred due to random chance, right?
Well, I think that there's a few possibilities, right? So, like, if there is a multiverse, then there could, like, there's not just one planet, there's not just one star. Now, this is speculation, right? But if there's a multitude of multiverses with different possibilities and different laws of physics, then among those, here's the one that has us in it, right? I would also say that there's more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on Earth, right? It's like the probability of life emerging is almost guaranteed when you consider how many planets and stars there are. So I'm just saying that to say, I'm just saying that to say, we have no idea how likely or unlikely it is for these laws of physics to manifest because we don't know how many universes there could be. We don't know where laws of physics come from or how they're created. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just saying, even if we accept your point that like, oh, this is very, very unlikely. Well, okay, that's still okay. So what is your point? I guess is there a point?
That's not an argument, I should say, right? That's just a fact.
Okay, so, I don't dispute that fact. Yeah. What is your point?
But I didn't make an argument based off of that. I was just asking you a question to get insight. So you think that beings which essentially from a it's debatable actually, right? Whether human beings are 3-dimensional or 4-dimensional. But you think that
we live in a 4-dimensional universe. It's not debatable. We live in a 4-dimensional universe.
I said human beings, right?
Yes.
No, 3 dimensions in space.
Yes, human beings live in a 4-dimensional universe.
But wait a second. But how are you 4-dimensional exactly?
Because of time. It's the 4th dimension.
How are you 4-dimensional?
Because I exist in time.
I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with some of what is being said, but time is not the 4th dimension.
It absolutely is.
No,
I
it
mean,
is not.
so for mass to exist, time has to be present. Mass only exists because of time. If time wasn't there, mass would cease to exist. So the 3rd dimension being 3-dimensional space,
not
physicality.
Mass, say matter, not mass. You have to say matter, not mass.
Yeah, so it's 4-dimensional. Yeah, he's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
time is not the 4th dimension.
No,
Oh my God! Read a fucking physics textbook. Time is a fucking dimension. It's the 4th dimension.
Casey's actually right. Casey's actually right.
Casey's wrong. I'm right.
Yeah, Casey's right. It's a popular misconception within popular culture and in movie references and stuff. It's commonly stated that the 4th dimension is time, but that's not true. The 4th dimension. No, the 4th dimension is just a dimension.
Isn't time. It's what we're in right now. I mean, we are living in time.
There are 3
No,
spaces.
look, let me just explain. Besides just asserting the same thing you're asserting the whole time, why don't you just listen to the explanation?
Textbook.
No, I'll assert whatever I wish.
So the 2nd dimension is merely just at a right angle to the 1st dimension. Okay, the 3rd dimension is
height, length, and depth.
Shay,
they're talking about. Never mind. It's lost on this crowd. Never mind. You guys are right. It's lost on you guys. Never mind.
I'm right.
They're not.
No. You're right. Never mind. Let's move on. Please.
We live in a 4-dimensional universe, dude. You can't get around that.
They're not talking.
Yep.
Shay,
absolutely.
They're not
absolutely.
talking about.
I think Shay just got the 4th dimension knocked into him.
I got your back, Jay. They're not talking about mathematical dimensions. They're not talking about dimensions which exist based off of mathematics. They're talking about.
I mean, it can be translated to mathematics
as well. They're talking about dimensions that correspond to physical reality, right? So
yeah, and those correspond to mathematics as well.
But here's the thing, right? You could have there are reference frame where like there is no time. And there are, places in the universe that hypothetically, there are. No, that's true. There are reference transportation. Every reference frame in special relativity is equally true, right?
But it all has time. It all possesses time.
No, photons don't experience time.
Photons. So photons are a special case, and they're the only thing that don't experience.
Well, that's the case I'm appealing to.
That's not really true
That's
either.
Anything
On the quantum.
No, what you're doing is
anything
special
on the
pleading. Wow,
quantum
this is
level
crazy, dude.
Doesn't really experience time either.
Photons are a special case. They are a force carrying.
Some people think
Yeah, they are.
Donald is
They are a
knowledgeable.
very special case.
Anything on the
There's
quantum
specifically
level
the
doesn't
case
really
that I'm
experience
referring to.
time.
Yes, it does.
I mean,
That's just not
so. No, I mean, well, it's sort of fundamentally true. Yeah.
Anything that travels at the speed of light does not experience time. But photons are not the only thing that travel at the speed of light.
Photons are force carriers.
Yes, they are.
Well, the relativity of time, whatever.
No, I stand by what I said.
If we look at sources, like I know that, like off the top of my head, like the Brian Greene of Harvard says that the fourth dimension is time, right? So I'm just saying that's an actual.
Luca,
no one.
no, that's established, right? Like
so would the third dimension? Would the third dimension be time, and then the fourth be like physicality?
No, absolutely not.
Listen.
But
I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about. Will y'all shut the fuck up for 30 seconds? There are 3 spatial dimensions: height, depth, and length. There is a fourth dimension of time. Those are the dimensions we live in.
No.
Get it through your thick skulls. This
Donald,
is scientific. This is
you couldn't be more wrong.
Fact. No, this is physics fact.
Look, there's a girl. I'll just say this in the most simple way possible. There's a really pretty blonde-haired girl on YouTube by the name of Tibby's. Okay, she's got like 1 million followers. She's super hot. She went to Ivy League school. She talks about the fourth dimension and higher dimensions all the time. She's a PhD physicist. Go look at a few of her videos and you'll realize how wrong you are.
Yeah,
you're wrong. You're just fucking wrong.
You're citing YouTube.
Or just read a fucking paper.
Brett, you're
read
citing
a
YouTube.
Textbook. You just gotta read
It really just depends on which type of mathematics you're working in.
No, there are 4 dimensions that we live in every
in non-Euclidean mathematics, and then in
no
Euclidean,
one's dropping sources. Like I'll just read this source, right? Okay,
where the dimensions are symmetrical.
According to Einstein,
let's hear
you need to describe where you are not only in 3-dimensional space, length, width, and height, but also in time. Time is the fourth dimension.
Oh my god! Exactly what I said. Word for fucking
American Museum of Natural History. Like this is from like American Museum of Natural History.org, right? I'm the only one dropping a source. If you feel like you have evidence to the contrary, drop a source.
So I just put a source.
I mean, I would give you a cookie, but you're so far away.
So can I just finish my question to Luca though? Okay, so my question to Luca really whatever. So human beings, right? We inhabit these dimensions. I won't give them a number. But if out of the 4 dimensions of space-time you can have beings, right, like us, who are conscious and aware at least of 3 of these dimensions, right? Why couldn't you have, right, in some higher dimension, like let's say 5 dimensions?
Why do you guys want to avoid the only number of dimensions that we have, which is fucking 4?
Who is also aware, right?
Jesus.
Just based off of let's just explain it this way, right?